What are the major contributing factors to mental health issues in men, in African men?
I like the fact you brought it back home. African men, Nigerian men. Should we go down to Lake? But the truth is that African boys are being nurtured and trained not to cry. And it's a big no for we professionals. One thing we have seen that has made men not to seek for help or come when there are issues is because of men don't cry. Man up. Be a man. But there are real causes of why men are, can have mental challenges. It can be what we call childhood or precipitating factors, or what people even call adverse childhood experiences. And of course we have the triggers or predisposing factors in childhood, precipitating factors or triggers as an adult. And what are these predisposing or adverse childhood experiences? When you come from a home where there was divorce, unlikely it's a predisposing factor. Coming from a home where there was domestic violence, it's a predisposing factor. Imagine domestic violence. Most boys grow up as abusers. The girls grow up as abusees. Coming from a home where there was domestic violence, coming from a home where there was divorce, coming from a home where there was death of one or both parents. So imagine these were things that were not within your control as a child. Is a way nature versus nurture now grooms you. It shapes the man that you become later in life. Or coming from a home where there's it's called dysfunctional family setting. Father will say come, mother will say go. The child becomes manipulative. Mommy will allow me to watch TV. Daddy will allow me to play outside.
So they know who to go to.
They know who to go to. So those are some of the things that can shape, the mind of that boy who is becoming a man. And of course, we won't take it away because mental illnesses are medical conditions. There is also that likelihood of positive family or genetic history. So most medical conditions have family or genetic predisposition. So when we see men who are saying, I have a good house, I have a good wife, I have a good, I have good cars, my children are doing very well, I'm thriving, why will I have a mental illness? Is there positive family history of mental illness in your family? That means you're already sitting on the fence. But currently something triggered you that pushed you, maybe financial issue, relationship issue, something. There must just be a trigger that made you. So it doesn't be people in your office are against you, village people are against you. It may just be because there's a positive family.
Now you have gone back to the grassroots of why men can be predisposed to mental health issues. It now makes a lot of sense because when you ask some men, what they will tell you is the economy. I mean, there's fuel scarcity now.
We rationalize it.
We just tend to talk about the surface things, not really going back to the root of the problem. Now, I'd like to ask, in your experience as a professional in this industry, what are the top 3 reasons men give you as to why they're having mental health issues or why they're under mental strain?
Exactly.
Top 3.
So I'll use one word and I'll break it down. Stress.
Interesting.
So because a lot of us don't understand the predisposing factors, is when they come in we can then unravel what you're having now is not now.
It has started a long
time ago. But this one word, stress, is what broke you down. Over 90% of the reason why you see a doctor, you call your pastor, your imam to pray for you, you go to the pharmacy to buy multivitamins, or you're having a headache, is stress. And why? Because the S in stress is sometimes is self-induced.
Wow. Please, can you tell me more about that?
So, a partner, we are in a society where men are clapped for, encouraged to have multiple partners. So imagine you now having Ikpe in Lagos, Ada in Enugu, Aisha in Kaduna, and there's so much. That is self-induced. You have to spend here, give this, you are trying to like for this person to meet this person. There's so much
problem developing.
So, and again, another self-induced kind of reason could be all your friends are doing well except you. So you believe everybody is doing well, you don't even know their story. And you just believe that, he's driving Benz and we're in secondary school together, how come? And me, I'm still driving this 2K car. It's self-induced. The thing there is trauma. Do you have unresolved traumas that you are still dealing with? And for any slightest opportunity, you see the person flares up, is irritable, is this, is that, And unresolved traumas can manifest in several ways. And because there's that testosterone drive in men, no, and you're wondering, why is this man always very angry? So unresolved traumas. Relationship is the R. Men have a lot of relationship issues. You are the head, right? You understand. But the head cannot be part of the body if the neck is not there. And so when relationship issues come from right, left, and center, how are you resolving it? So men have that personality of not confrontational. They don't know how to resolve conflict. And because we're in a society of you are a man, you have to be a man. Men are this, men are that. You want to do it and you don't have that capacity. So relationship issues can be, of course, the major common cause, economical, which is the E. It's finance. Nigeria is this. Oh, this is. Nigeria never happened to me. Nigeria has happened to me. So economical. The second S is sickness. It may not be the man that is sick. What of aged parent? What of having a child with special needs? What of you having an illness you think that if you say it, that people will laugh at you? So that is the second S. And the last S is school and work. Some work environments are very toxic. And I know there was a time it blew up on Twitter talking about toxic work environment. So people must be able to be in a mentally healthy workplace where you feel connected, supported, empowered.
What do we as a society, myself, yourself, family, religion, the government, what can we do to help men better? It has to start from you. Before we go into the society, what are you doing in your own space to keep yourself sane? Prioritize it, protect it. My mantra everywhere I go is normalizing mental health conversations by building a culture of compassion. Because when we build that culture of compassion, it enables people to speak up, speak out, and encourage help-seeking behavior. When people speak up and speak out, they can be listened to non-judgmentally, no criticism, and nobody will be apostolic towards them. So you as an individual, what are your stressors? Do you know your stressors? A lot of us know our numbers. If I should ask you now, how tall are you? You tell me. What is your weight? You tell me. But if I ask you, what are your stressors? Like, money. But have you broken it down to the STRESS? So you must know your stressors. You must know your triggers. You must know the kind of circle of influence you want to be in. The people in your circle of influence can either make or mar you. So you need those kind of people. You can't just bring people. They're toxic people. We know. Not everybody is nice. Not everybody cares. Not everybody. And we also have this toxic positivity. Oh, I'm dealing with this. Everybody is dealing with that too. In fact, Nigeria, all of us, we are all mad. There's no monopoly of madness. There's just kind of words that people are not even encouraging you. So the first thing is know who you are, your stressors, your triggers. Then it goes to the next available people in your family sphere. Let them understand certain things, and that's where certain boundaries come in. You must be able to. If all of us understand the boundaries, we will not be trampling on one another, and we will not be making somebody feel less of who or she is. As professionals, we are there to help, but is everybody that is dealing with issues that will eventually come to you? My team in Pinnacle Medical Service, they know, and I tell them, if there are 10 people waiting for me, 9 are women, 1 is a man. Please send in the man first, because it takes a whole lot to get him to move and say,
to get a man to see a therapist. Like, it's as if we are writing jam. It takes a whole. Men don't just get up and say, I want to go and see a therapist. Women will shout and cry.
And when they actually see you, do they speak up and speak from their heart?
So because it's a professional setting, I'm laying down the rules. This is a safe space. you're free to express yourself. I'm binded by the Hippocratic Oath. Whatever we say, do here is highly confidential. Even after the demise of my patient, I have no authority to talk about. So you are creating that environment and letting this person know you are safe. Men cry, oh men cry. Men emotional, oh men. So when people are talking, women are emotional, say, you're not seeing men that cry, you're not seeing men that are emotional. Men are really emotional. Especially when it comes, when you start letting them know that their childhood is what is affecting their adulthood. They are letting it out. They're not weeping, they are wailing. And when they get to that phase, they open up. They get healed. They move on. Because truly, healing comes in waves. It's never linear.